Hello, welcome everyone to the Spotlight interview series here on Fightful Overbooked. I am Jeremy Lambert, and I am joined today by a very special guest, the Suplex Assassin, the reigning MLW National Openweight Champion, Alex Kane. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing most certainly amazing. I actually have the openweight title right here.
Oh, can we show it off?
Yeah, we
Let
can show it
everyone
off.
see it. It's a beautiful belt.
It
There
is
we
gorgeous.
go. There we go.
It is.
Oh, I
gorgeous.
want to ask you, like, you competed in a ladder match to win that day. How is that being in the ladder match? Because people see you as a power guy, they don't always associate, big power guy being in a ladder match. How is that being in the ladder match?
It was definitely interesting. My game plan going to that was also very interesting, but I kind of figured out that me being the bigger guy in the match, let me just like let them do all the flippy stuff and all the other craziness, and then pick my spot, slide in, and shut stuff down.
You mentioned the flippy stuff. You mentioned in a promo last week with Cesar, and now you're going to be in a trios lucha match. How are you looking forward to this trios lucha match coming up?
I mean, my game plan is always the same: come in and suplex as many people as possible, and also make the show all about me. Because I mean, yeah, you got all the luchadors in there. This is their home, but when I'm in the building, it's all about me.
How did this partnership with Mr. Thomas come about? Because I love you guys together, and he's backing you up on all these promos. You're wearing it right now, the Crybaby Calvin shirt. How did this partnership with Mr. Thomas come together?
So when I first debuted, I was with King Mo, and like I think I was with him for like a good bit, and when I left American Top Team, I guess since King Mo is still in American Top Team, I think things are a little iffy there. So I saw that Thomas wasn't like involved in anything like too crazy. I was like, let me go ahead and pull this big dude on over here or whatever and bring him into the Boom Fight Club. Because I mean, yes, I am a muscle myself, but it never hurts to have multiple muscles in a group.
Yeah, you are the big guy. You are the muscle. So is that kind of a weird dynamic though? Because you are the big guy, and you've got another big guy backing you up. People don't always associate
overkill.
that. Yeah,
it's overkill. It's overkill, and that's a good thing. It's overkill.
Just both of you guys are just gonna be tossing everybody around.
Exactly. That's what the Boom Fight Club's all about.
You mentioned King Mo, doing training with him. I know another interview that you did with my guy Andrew Thompson of Post Wrestling. You mentioned training at American Top Team with King Mo in the coming months. Did you get a chance to go to American Top Team there in Atlanta and train with those guys?
I have not had a chance to do so. Mo has been extremely busy, and I've also been extremely busy.
What are some things that you've learned from King Mo with everything, whether it be on the wrestling side or the MMA side, and then how you could integrate it into your wrestling?
He's taught me a lot of different like holds and a lot of different like setups to get into suplexes and takedowns. I've been looking forward to seeing him again in person because I know he's got something new, something cooking for me. So as soon as I can get in touch with King Mo physically, we're gonna come up with some cool stuff.
Anything on because King Mo, when he was an MMA fighter, known for his charisma, his entrances, he would do the Stone Cold celebration. I saw you retweet the Tom Lawler thing. He was doing the Shockmaster entrance. Tom Lawler always had these over the top entrances. Anything like that you talked to King Mo about, or anything planned in the world of MLW where you're gonna pay homage to that, have kind of an over the top entrance when you're coming out?
I can't reveal too much. But just keep your eyes open. Just keep your eyes open.
When you take on Crybaby Calvin, I don't know. I'm piecing some things together.
I'm gonna come out in a big old Crybaby Calvin float. Just watch.
Get the go back to the X-Pac and Razor Ramon. Get the diaper out. Get the baby powder. Get the bottle and everything for him. Just get it all out there for him. I did want to ask you about AC Mack because I know you're very supportive there, and you've wrestled in action in Southeast Wrestling. What did you think when you saw AC Mack defeat Alex Shelley and win the IWTV Independent World Title?
I haven't like seen the match yet, but to see the headline that AC Mack is the IWTV World Champion, like I've been a big proponent of AC Mack for the longest. I've wrestled him like once. It was like the end of my first year. I still can't watch the match because it's not exactly what I envisioned it to be. But I tell Mac every single time I see him, like, you're Black excellence personified. I believe AC Mack is the total package. So for him to finally, get that recognition of being the IWTV World Champion, like, it's huge. And I hope that this just propels him to the moon.
I don't know if AC Mack is coming to MLW or anything, but you do the Alex Kane open fight challenge. Any chance maybe AC Mack, maybe somebody else from the Southeast comes around, opens and answers that challenge? Anybody that you got your eye on, like, all right, let this guy step up so I can suplex him a little bit.
I'm open to any challenge, anybody, anywhere, anytime. Just know you're gonna get all this work, and you will be finished quickly and efficiently.
Has there been, because you want to suplex everybody around? Has there been a lot of trolls and stuff on Twitter, Brock Lesnar comparisons? Have you gotten anything like that with the suplexing?
I think in the very beginning I did, but I started to like try to set myself as apart as I possibly can. I've started to get more comparisons to Taz, which to me makes more sense. And I mean, I'm cool with that. Taz is the man. So, but like as far as like getting compared to Brock Lesnar, not too much anymore. Some people call me. Some people still call me like Black Lesnar, which is hilarious to me. It's funny to me. Some people would compare me to like Shelton Benjamin or Kurt Angle or what is his name, Lashley. But like other than that, and Will Hobbs, I get Will Hobbs a lot, but no one really compares me to Brock anymore.
Anybody?
I throw more different suplexes than Brock.
Brock just does the German. He's just tossing everybody with the German. You mentioned Taz, and you appreciate that comparison. Was Taz a guy you watched growing up, or who did you watch growing up?
Growing up, I watched a lot of Randy and Shelton. I didn't really like discover like who Taz was like in his prime until I started wrestling. Era Fox, my trainer, he kind of put me on to Taz. Growing up, it was a lot of Randy. Like I wanted to be Randy Orton. Like if we were playing in the neighborhood doing like anything wrestling related, I was out there doing the Randy Orton pose. I had his music. I had the Intercontinental title. Like I was trying to be Randy Orton. Or Shelton Benjamin when I started like doing amateur wrestling. But those are the two people that I really watched growing up.
What was it like training with AR Fox? Because I don't know how many people know AR Fox. I feel like everybody should have heard of AR Fox, but because he never went to like a major company or anything, I don't know how well known a lot of fans are familiar with his work, but like absolute legend in the ring and one of the best.
Most definitely. In my opinion, maybe probably the best wrestler like living today. And I mean, you can argue with your mama about that, but don't argue with me. Like training with Fox is like the best. He's like a high flyer and he does a lot of risky things, but it's not something that he like tells us, oh, you got to do this. Like, I feel like because he's wrestled pretty much everybody that's on television nowadays, like he can like wrestle any style or really teach any style. Or at least like the basics of the style. Like he's like, if I'm at training, like he's my favorite person to like get in there and like mat wrestle with, because like surprisingly he's like, to me, he's really really good at it. But like he's super patient. He's extremely understanding. He'll get in there with you one-on-one if you're not quite getting something as quickly as you think you should be getting it or whatever, and he'll like hammer it down with you. I feel like everybody, I mean, if you don't like get trained by him like fully, like at least come down to WWE 4 and like just like spend like a week training with Fox. Like it'll definitely change you.
What is the one aspect of your game that you would like to kind of show off and also sort of improve? Because we always talk about everybody, I'm really good at this, I'm really good at that. What is the aspect where you're like, I want to work on this and really take that to a new level?
I mean, I have no business doing it really when you really think about it, but just like to sprinkle a little bit of like that Fox offense in there, like some dives or some stuff off the top or whatever. Maybe one day, no time soon, but maybe one day, definitely bring that out. Like for a while there, I was working on this like twisting like frog splash. I've still yet to bust it out, but one of these days.
People always get a little when they see a big guy who is athletic and they start doing dives and stuff. They're like, "Oh, I shouldn't wrestle like that. He should just toss people around." So I think it can be important to, if you're a bigger guy, to show off a little diversity and things like that. So that's cool to hear that you're working on like a twisting frog splash. Any inspiration on the frog splash from anyone?
Nope. I was in the lab. I was in training one day. I was like, this would be cool to do. Let's try this out. That's it.
I saw you retweet this, and so I've got to ask. Davey Richards mentioned that he feels he loves MLW because he can talk to Court Bauer about Cobra Kai. Everything's cool. So, are you a Cobra Kai fan?
I am not. I mean, I'm not against Cobra Kai. I just not something I watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because if you retweeted it, I thought, hey, maybe you watch Cobra Kai.
No. I just Court's such a cool dude. Like I talk to him pretty regularly, and he's just like a really good guy to talk to. And the fact that like him and Davey can talk about something like Cobra Kai, like I think that's dope as hell. That's why I retweeted it. I think it's awesome.
Anything you talk to Court about that's not wrestling related? Any television or music that
it was wrestling related, but it wasn't like wrestling, like recently wrestling related. But like he sent me a text message the other day about MLW being in Euphoria. I think it's like season 2, episode 1. There's like the ladies walking into the strip club, and you can see like Fatu and I believe it's La Parca or whatever fighting on the television, which I thought was dope. He'll send me little things like that, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Oh, are you a fan of the show Euphoria?
I started watching it, but like, I mean, I watched like an episode or two, and then I kind of just fell asleep on it. But I think I'm actually going to go back and like actually watch it. But like, I've seen so many people see so many things about it. It's just like, dude, it's a show, bro. Like, yeah, it's very explicit, but it's a show, dog.
What are some shows you enjoy watching?
Me and my fiance, we've been watching Peacemaker.
Okay.
What else?
Would you like to suplex John Cena?
I would love to suplex John Cena. I feel like he needs it. He definitely needs it. He needs to take more suplexes. All of them. I just watched this documentary on Atlanta. Atlanta's like missing and murdered children. It was interesting because I didn't know that it happened. What else is there? Black Jesus is funny. I think I'm on like season 3 of that.
Okay.
And that's all I can really think of off the top of my head.
How about when it comes to music? Do you have a go-to artist, whether it's working out, just driving in the car, anything like that?
Man, somebody's probably gonna like give me some flack for this, but like I guess they call it like whatever like the new age like rap is. Like I guess they call it like mumble rap or whatever.
Mumble rap, yeah.
There's not a whole lot of substance to it. It's just like club music. That's what I like. That's what I like when I'm working out. That's what I like to listen to. And then like I'll throw in like some like death metal sometimes, or just some regular metal sometimes. Some R&B every now and again. I think the only thing I don't really listen to is country, but like the only like I guess country song that I listen to, and it's old, it's the Dirt Road Anthem. That's the only song that I listen to. Other than that, you can keep it.
Last one here for you, Alex. What kind of deodorant are you using?
I am using Degree for Men, the 48-hour antiperspirant, and then I also use the Old Spice Pure Sport.
The gel or the stick?
the stick, the solid. I don't understand how people use the gel stuff. Like it like cooks my underarms. Like I get like a rash anytime. It's terrible. But the solid stuff, money.
I saw your tweet about that and I was like, oh man, what a tremendous question. I used to use the gel and I would get a rash off of it. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, you just be walking around like this or whatever, trying to like keep it off, trying to like pat it down, maybe put some ice on it, trying to figure out how do I like relieve this pain.
The pain for you wouldn't be good. I was gonna say if the gel is like it ain't quite working for you, you don't use it in your matches. Get you somebody to capture suplex to get a little whiff of that. And when you're tossing them, make it a little worse for them.
Man, there was a dude in my division in high school who would not wear deodorant for that very reason, just to like take you down and then put his armpit in your face. It was the worst thing ever.
It's a good strategy. You can't knock it. It's a good strategy. Alex, let the people know where they can find you at on socials.
You can find me at Alex Kane Kane 11 on Twitter. Throwing bodies on TikTok. I'm gonna change it to throwing bodies on Instagram also because throwing bodies is just amazing. Yeah, those three. Don't find me on Facebook, please. Please don't. Unless you're a promoter. If you're a promoter, find me and we can talk business. But other than that, don't find me.
He's the MLW National Openweight Champion. MLW matches from Blood and Thunder are airing coming up on MLW Fusion on Thursdays, MLW Azteca. They've got MLW Intimidation Games March 31st in Dallas, MLW Kings of Coliseum coming up in Philadelphia, MLW SuperFight coming up in February in Charlotte. Guys, MLW is all over the place right now. You can see Alex all over there suplexing everybody out of their boots, out of their shorts, out of everything, out of the ring. Alex, I appreciate you joining us today. Everybody, I appreciate you guys listening. We'll talk